Lucy Zelic is here. Oh, we love Lucy, don't we?
Oh,
she's a rock star.
I love you.
And Stephen Conroy is always just here to help, isn't he, on a Wednesday night? All right.
Hey, Stephen, we love you too, by the way.
We
Come
do.
on.
We
Come
do.
on.
It's always fun. All right. Now, let's talk about, so Albo, of course, freshly re-elected, 90-something seats, rule forever, all the rest of it, right? Well, as you know, he turned around and gave a speech yesterday at the press club, of which a big talk fest is the idea for productivity, a problem that Jim Chalmers says can't be even solved in the next term. It'll have to be after that. But interestingly, there is this sort of drumbeat of people towards the centre-left saying, hey, look, I know you didn't promise much at the election, but if you've won by this much, time to burn a backbench. You got like 20 MPs that you can piddle up against the wall. And there have been a few movements, including apparently more progressive people being moved to the upper echelons of the public service, who of course get the same pay rise as the politicians do at the moment. Then there's also the opinion stuff, like this one here, which is Albanese's cautious approach risks a repeat of Turnbull's wasted majority. Okay, first things first. Turnbull didn't have a majority. Tony Abbott had a majority. And then Malcolm Turnbull in the back, and then he burnt the majority. So let's not pretend that Malcolm Turnbull had a majority, okay? And then the third one here, written by the pollster who does it for the Turnbull Times, where he writes that at a time of global and political upheaval, can Albanese really resist calls to be more ambitious? All right, Lucy, what do they mean? What does the left really want out of Albo? Is their assumption that because they've won this one, they'll win every one, so bugger it, put the foot down?
Oh, yeah, hell for little. Let's go. Let's destroy the economy by putting in renewable energy, blackouts, brownouts. We want more of that stuff. We want everything also to be for free. So when you're asking the question, what are they expecting of Albo? It's gimme, gimme, gimme. We're in that era of, of the generation now who are demanding that their university fees be paid for and that basically they're given a house on a plot of land that, by the way, doesn't exist.
Correct.
Thanks to Albo because they haven't built you one. So it's really quite interesting to watch how this plays out. Now, we know that Albo's quite calculating, and I don't think it's in his DNA to be, quite gregarious when it comes to these sorts of things. I mean, just have a look at how he's handled the situation with Donald Trump at the moment. Chinese warships when they were circumnavigating the eastern seaboard, nothing to see here, nothing to say about it. So,
but we set our own policy, Lucy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, what are they?
We do not kowtow to any countries. How could you say this?
Don't. Yeah. So it's a really interesting time, and it's interesting to also see the left demanding more of him, right? I was speaking to a lady at the post office the other day, an elderly woman, and she said, don't get me started on Albanese's pledge about the Medicare card and, how you don't have to take out your own bank card. She said it's a lie and it's an absolute nonsense.
And never forget, 85% of GPs in surveys from their own professional associations say that was garbage.